Good morning, St. Peter's, Brenham. I so wish I could be present there with you today to celebrate the Eucharist and to confirm members of your congregation and community as they move forward in their life of faith in Christ Jesus. But I am so grateful to know that you are gathering together, even now as you're working on renovations to your nave, gathering in your parish hall to remember God's works of mercy and love for God's people throughout the ages, and asking God to bring blessings upon you, upon Brenham, upon all people. Thank you for your faithful witness to the gospel in these challenging days. It is always heartening to hear of the work of Father Stephen and Deacon Carol and your vestry, and I enjoyed the time that I was able to spend with the vestry and Father Stephen just a week and a half or so ago. Their intentional focus on the work of the church, even when you can't all be physically present in the ways you're used to, is a testimony to their commitment to the work of St. Peter's and to the good of all of your neighbors. I'm grateful for them and happy to have them as colleagues in this work. During this time of pandemic and the conflict over differences in our society, the issues of racial justice and the natural disasters that impact our country on all sides, during these times it's more important than ever that our parish churches are centers of connection, of formation, and of witness. Whether or not you can be physically together, it is so important that you stay connected to one another, that you encourage one another, and that you are sources of inspiration and compassion in days of joy and in days of need. Connection, but also formation. We all are invited to grow in our faith as disciples of Jesus Christ throughout our lives. And the parish community, even if connected digitally, is that center where we learn the ways of Jesus and grow into the full stature of Christ. And then finally, witness. As you go out, whether you walk out your front door and go into the byways and highways of your surrounding community, or whether you stay home and speak to people by phone or get online, you're Christ's witnesses in this world. People who speak of his love, who attest to God's power and mercies, and who commend to all people the values of love, of truth, of peace, of generosity. So I thank you for continuing this work, and know that we are companions in this way. And because parishes are so important in bearing witness to Christ in these challenging days, I encourage you to stay faithful. Stay faithful in your worship, whether in person or remotely. Stay faithful in your generous giving to support the work of St. Peter's. Stay faithful in your prayers, asking God to send forth God's strength, God's peace, God's blessings upon St. Peter's, upon your fellow congregants, upon your community. It is my joy to be with you this morning. I'm so grateful and wish you God's blessings on this day.